Hi everyone, welcome to our Facebook Live. We are so glad to have you with us today. We have our first Facebook Live last week where we talked a lot about Greece and Southern Italy tour. We have received very good feedback from all our audience. Thank you very much for your support. We're really excited and passionate to bring you more Facebook Lives this time and also for the weeks to come. Today, we have a very interesting itinerary that we would like to talk to all of you, to share with all of you. And the itinerary that we would like to talk about is the 12 days, 10 nights Croatia, Slovenia, and Balkans tour that we have. First of all, we have received some questions from some of our travelers. Why do we mention Croatia, Slovenia, and Balkans when Croatia and Slovenia is actually part of the Balkans countries? The reason we said we name Croatia, Slovenia, and Balkans is because we want to put a certain emphasis on these two countries, Croatia and Slovenia, because we find that these two countries are very unique, very special, and these are the countries that we like to spend more time and focus on. And when it comes to Balkans, we have actually shortlisted two countries that we to cover in this tour. First is Bosnia, and the second is Montenegro, because the reason why we do not cover all the or most of the Balkan countries is because first of all, we want to have a more relaxing itinerary. We do not want to spend too much time on board the coach. And the other reason is we look into all the single details in the tour. We want to make sure you have good time, personal time in every cities, and not to rush through the itinerary. And today, we would like to, as usual, we want to bring you a whole new travel experience when you travel with us with Easy Europe. And like what I always mention, customer review or the traveler's review always energize us to move forward, energize us to bring you more interesting tours in the months and years to come. And these are some very interesting reviews from our customers and also travelers. We are really excited to read them. And when we talk about whole new travel experience, the first point that we always would like to bring to attention is handcraft itinerary with a daily theme. To us, we believe a handcraft itinerary is important because that will ensure you have a memorable travel experience with us. First of all, when it comes to this particular tour, we always start our journey from Sarajevo. We usually fly with Qatar Airways. We arrive in Sarajevo, a very historical town of Bosnia. One thing I love about this country, Bosnia, is the people. When we first visited Bosnia, we were very impressed with the hospitality of the people. We noticed that Bosnians are very friendly, they are very sociable, and most importantly, they are very passionate with what they are doing. It's a very lovely country. I fall in love with Bosnia after my first visit Sarajevo. Of course, we always believe one of the very important component of traveling is to learn about the history of the places. So usually we'll engage a very interesting guide that will give us some insight about the historical side of Sarajevo. And before we proceed to the old town, where we'll spend some time in the old town, where you can really experience the unique characteristic of Sarajevo. This is our very lovely guide where he did some explanation about what are the local products that you can explore and discover. One thing that gave me a very good impression of this country, Bosnia, is the scenery. The journey from Sarajevo to Bosnia is just lovely. And this is one of the photo points where we'll spend some time to enjoy the beautiful green of the city. We arrive Old Town of Mostar. This is the very beautiful view of Mostar, especially the bridge. We'll spend some time here. We have a good restaurant for lunch where you can enjoy the beautiful view of the bridge and also the scenery. Of course, we will have a guided tour with our guide where you will have a chance to take beautiful photo. Imagine you have a chance to get close to the bridge, get close to the river, enjoy a beautiful scenery, and listen to our guide talking about the interesting history and also culture of Mostar and also Bosnia. And one of the very interesting itinerary that we always include in our tour is a visit to a small village named BLAGAJ. This is an interesting monastery, and I always enjoy this place because it's unique, it's so lovely, and we have some time where you can actually get close to the monastery. You can even enjoy a refreshing clean water from the river. After a full day tour in Mostar and also the village of BLAGAJ, we'll do a drive from Mostar and we're going to enter into a very lovely country named Croatia. We find that Croatia is such an interesting country and we want to give you a very relaxing itinerary. That's why we actually arranged 3 nights in this town of Dubrovnik, where you will have a very relaxing journey with us, where you're going to explore Dubrovnik, and at the same time you are going to have a chance to visit a very lovely and unique country named Montenegro. And from Mostar is about 2.5 hours to 3 hours drive to Dubrovnik. Once we check into the hotel, we have dinner in the hotel, we have a good rest. The next morning we are going to do a day tour to visit a very lovely town named Kotor. The name itself is unique, right? And what is so special about Montenegro? Montenegro actually has a nickname, Southernmost Fjord of Europe. Look at the scenery, is that wonderful? It's so lovely, right? And we are going to enjoy the journey of Bay of Kotor. We are going to do a stop in a town named Paras, where from the town we'll take a small boat, we'll go across to another unique island named Church of Our Lady of the Rock. This is a very unique island with a little church, and we have some time to visit the church. We have some time to take beautiful photographs, and we also are going to enjoy a very lovely lunch in Paras town before we proceed to Kotor. When we arrive in Kotor, we'll do a tour of Kotor. You get a chance to see the lovely town of Kotor, the old town of Kotor. Full day tour before we drive back to Dubrovnik, and then have a dinner in the hotel, have a good rest, so that the following day we can explore Pearl of Adriatic, Dubrovnik. Dubrovnik is so popular after Games of Thrones, and today Dubrovnik is one of the very popular tourist spots in Europe. One thing we love about Dubrovnik is that this place is so unique that we want to give you a full day to explore this city, and the itinerary itself is so exciting. Let me share with you what we're going to do in when we visit Dubrovnik. First of all, we are going to do first of all we are going to enjoy a lovely walk on the city wall. This is the time where you can enjoy the beautiful scenery of Dubrovnik. You get a chance to hear about history of the city wall, history of Dubrovnik with our guide. And after that, we'll do a very interesting itinerary with a private vehicle. We are going to explore a very lovely viewpoint where you get a chance to take a beautiful photo of Dubrovnik from the top. You know, and after, of course, it's important to have a good lunch. After a good lunch, we'll give you some personal time to explore Dubrovnik before we proceed to have a sunset sail in Dubrovnik to experience the Adriatic Sea. What I like the most is you get a chance to see the city wall from the boat and to enjoy a lovely sunset. This is truly a memorable day. I hope it will give you a lot of joy when you travel with us. And after we have a very fruitful day in Dubrovnik, we'll check into a hotel, and the following day we are ready to explore a very interesting program, which is oyster farm visit, where we'll stop in a town named Stone. With a boat, we are going to go across the sea to an oyster farm, where you have a chance to hear our guide talk about this one of their very interesting industry, the oyster farming industry. At the same time, you have a chance to experience some lovely oyster, fresh mussel together with white wine. That is a treat, I believe, for all of you. And after that, we are going to visit a very interesting town named Split, a UNESCO site. What I love about Split is that we will have a lunch by the promenade, where you can enjoy the lovely view of the sea and also the lovely view of the promenade. At the same time, we are going to visit a UNESCO site, Diocletian Palace. This is also one of the places where they filmed Games of Thrones. And after that, we'll do a short drive for about 1 hour. We'll stay in a town named Šibenik, where we will have a good rest before we proceed to visit the very exciting itinerary of this tour, which is the Plitvice waterfall tomorrow. The journey, let's talk about the journey from our hotel to Plitvice is very interesting because you will pass by this bridge where the scenery is really scenic. This is Plitvice, the Ethereal lake paradise. What I love about Plitvice is we have 1 full day in Plitvice. We have our lunch in the restaurant, which is very close to Plitvice, and after that we will have our guide come and greet us in our restaurant, bring us to explore the lovely waterfall of Plitvice. And what I loved about Plitvice is we will have a chance to visit the lower lake, and after we visit the lower lake, we will then proceed to take an electric boat. We are going to the upper lake, that's where we have a chance to visit another part of Plitvice, which is very, very different, very unique. And what I love the most is you have a chance to get close to the nature. You have a chance to hear the gushing sound of the waterfall. It's truly enjoying and it's truly relaxing. Look at this. Look at some of these photos. You know, I believe is something very special about this itinerary, a visit to Plitvice. A lot of people ask me, what's the main difference visiting Plitvice in the month of April, May versus the month of September and October? Today, I would like to share this with all of you. When you visit Plitvice in the month of April and May, usually you will notice that the Plitvice National Park is greenish, and what I love the most is with very strong waterfall. But September, October is also a very good time to visit Plitvice because that's the time where you can enjoy lovely autumn colors. Yeah, but of course, in the month of October, the waterfall might not be that strong, but you will get a chance to visit you have a chance to see beautiful autumn colors. From Plitvice, we will drive to the capital of Croatia, which is Zagreb. We'll stay a night in Zagreb. The following day, we're going to explore the city or the capital of Zagreb with our guide. This is the time where you have a chance to buy some souvenir of Croatia. This is a chance where you can enjoy a very lovely meal which we will talk about it later. And one thing I love about Zagreb is this very interesting church, the St. Mark Church. We will have a chance to do a photo stop here. And after we finish our lunch in Zagreb, we are going to say goodbye to Croatia, and we are going to visit another lovely country named Slovenia. Of course, when we talk about the country Slovenia, one of the very important itinerary in this program is to visit the Postojna cave, because this is the largest show cave in the whole entire Europe. What I love about Postojna cave is we have a chance to take an electric train, and this is important because this will save us a lot of walking time, and we will have a chance to visit a very lovely cave. The site itself is amazing, and one of the very special part of this cave is this scenery. This is the most unique part of the Postojna cave, and it's truly memorable. The white stalactite and stalagmite. Cave wonder, Postojna. After we finish our tour in Postojna cave, we have our lunch, and after our lunch, we are going to visit a very interesting castle which is very close to Postojna, named Predjama. This is the castle where they filmed the Korean drama Black Knight. Look at this, isn't it romantic? And what I like the most is you have a chance to post photo right in front of the cave. Definitely, it's going to be a memorable experience for a lot of you. From Postojna cave, we are going to drive to BLED. Lake Bled is also a very interesting itinerary in this tour. What I love about Lake Bled is truly romantic. That's why we actually have a theme, Romantic Mountain Resort. What are we going to do when we arrive in Bled? After we check into a hotel, we have a good rest. The next morning, we are going to take a plana boat. This plana boat is traditional. There are only 30 plana boats in the whole entire Lake Bled, and this is passed down from one generation to another generation. And these rowers, they are the only one that can take travelers or customers from the town of Lake Bled to Bled Island, which is right in the center of the lake. And what I like the most is that Bled Island is a very popular wedding place where a lot of bridegroom will take the bride up 99 steps up to the church, where the local believe that when they do this will really bless their marriage. We will spend some time in Bled Island. That's where you have a chance to visit the church. You also have the chance to ring a bell. After that, we will proceed to visit Bled Castle. This is lovely. From Bled Castle, you can enjoy a lovely view of Bled Island and also the surrounding before we proceed to have our lunch. After our lunch, we are going to do a very interesting itinerary, which is we are going to visit VINTGAR Gorge. What is a gorge? Gorge is a valley in between two hills or mountain. What I like about VINTGAR Gorge is, as you can see, there is this trail of 1.6 kilometers that is built with the wooden bridges that will lead you to a final destination of a very lovely waterfall with a stream running under the bridge. What is so lovely about this is you can hear the sound of the gushing stream. The scenery itself is so beautiful. And what I love the most is you have a chance to get close to nature. Definitely very relaxing. We'll check into a hotel, and the following day we're going to explore the capital of Slovenia, which is Ljubljana. Ljubljana also have a nickname of Green Capital. We have a chance to explore the city, to enjoy the ambience of the city, and of course also to get some local Slovenian products. After we finish our tour of Ljubljana, we are going to a very interesting place. The name of the place is VIPAVA Valley. VIPAVA Valley is very popular for its winery, and we'll talk about the moment, a special experience of VIPAVA Valley at the end of this presentation. But now let me bring you to the second component of our tour, which is the 5 selections of hotel. We find that hotel is a very important component that will give you a whole new travel experience. And let me share with you some of the hotels that we have shortlisted for this tour. First of all, we are going to check into the Novotel Hotel in Sarajevo. It's a lovely hotel. In this itinerary, we will have 3 nights stay in Dubrovnik, Croatia. And one of our favorite hotels is this hotel in Dubrovnik, Valama Hotel. Lake Bled is such a lovely town that we think it's important to have at least a night stay in one of the hotels and fully enjoy this place. Now, let me bring you to another important component of our tour, which is hand-picked restaurant for a memorable dining experience. Let's look into some of the restaurants that we feature in this tour. This is one of our favorite restaurants in Sarajevo. This restaurant will present to you some of the very special local Bosnian cuisine. One of our favorite restaurants in Mostar is this restaurant. Not only you can enjoy lovely local Bosnian cuisine, you have a chance to enjoy lovely view of the bridge from the restaurant itself. In the town of Paras in Montenegro, this is our favorite restaurant, because in this restaurant they will present to you some very typical Montenegro cuisine. In Zagreb, we would like to introduce you a very lovely restaurant. This is a family-run restaurant that will present to you some very classic local Croatian cuisine. Definitely, when we talk about Bled, this is the restaurant that I must mention. Because when we dine in this restaurant, not only you can enjoy a lovely view of the Bled Castle, you have a chance to experience the original cream cake and also a very typical Slovenian cuisine. Now, let me bring you to a very important component of our tour that will bring you a whole new travel experience when you travel with us, which is personal time to explore. In Sarajevo, you have some personal time to explore this lovely old town. What I like about this old town is, if you look to your east, you will notice that this place looks very similar to Turkey. But if you look to your west, this looks so similar to Vienna. That's why Sarajevo actually carry a nickname when the west meet the east. In Dubrovnik, for our Games of Thrones fans, you are really in it for a treat because you have personal time to explore the town of Dubrovnik. During a personal time in Zagreb, you have some time to explore the city, to buy some local Croatian products, and not forgetting for those who love the farmers market. The hotel that we stay in Lake Blade is very close to the lake. During a personal time, you can walk along lovely lake, enjoy the beautiful scenery, and to breathe in fresh air. You will definitely have a memorable time in Lake Blade. With e-moment, that comes to a very important component of our tour that will give you a whole new travel experience when you travel with us. When we design this tour, we think to ourselves, what is one activity will give you a truly memorable time with us? And today we are going to bring you the very special e-moment of this tour, which is gourmet food and wine pairing in VIPAVA Valley. In a short while, we'll share with you a short video of our e-moment for this tour, which is gourmet food and wine pairing in VIPAVA Valley. You will have a chance to explore what is this all about. And I would like to mention here, after our lunch in VIPAVA Valley, we have a short drive to Venice, and from Venice we will put up a night, and the following day we have some time to visit the outlet mall. I think shopping is also a very important component for this tour. You have a chance to visit the very popular outlet in Europe, which is the MacArthur outlet, where you have a chance to enjoy a lot of good deals, and of course before you fly back to our lovely country. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoy our presentation, our 12 days 10 night Croatia, Slovenia and Balkans tour. We'll take this opportunity to share with you that next week, same time, same place, we are going to share with you a very lovely itinerary named Classic Europe. That covers 4 countries, which is Germany, Czech Republic, Austria and also Hungary. Thank you for your time. See you next week.